What's up, guys? It's me, Trevon, the 6-year cryptocurrency veteran and founder in HNIC at moretokens.com. Welcome into the show. We got a great one, a hilarious one for you today. The Tone Vays Richard Hart beef continues. Oh, is it hilarious?
Sensational.
Trickle on in, claim your free like by turning it blue. And we'll be back in a second. What's up, chat? We bike guided. I don't know, maybe I should change the title, man. Nobody seems to care. What should I title the video? And we'll change it to that when... I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start changing my titles throughout the stream, see how that works. Maybe we should say, warning, Bitcoin breaking down just a little bit. Hex blew off top. Thanks, guys. What's up, everybody? What's up, Jared? Optimus Prime, Cryptomance, Rashad, D-Bro, Weekly Crew, Sante. I'm gonna leave Weekly Crew alone for a little while though. What's up, Chad? Saros, Dakota, Diamond Sauce. I gotta make an example out of him. Who else sold? Somebody else sold yesterday. We found a wallet. It was Razmataz. I think he's in here sometimes. He sold. What up, Will? I'm talking about moretokens.com. They sold their more tokens, which doesn't make sense because it's called more, not less. It's like, what? What? Crypto Gains Club, Joe Kenda, Mr. Football, The Beached Whale. Hey, go buy some more tokens, Beached Whale. Sub level 3. Jama Beans. Jama Beans said he gonna cook up something for more token, man. So he's gonna try and build an auction contract or something like that. No expectations, you know. We'll wait. What up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey? What beef? Oh yeah, man. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious situation. What's up, Freeman? Brian? Art Patron? Claire? Pulse Orca? Corey? DJ Spree? Mango Junkie? Pump My Bag? Money Jam? Claire says, bummed I didn't get the airdrop. Hopefully it just hasn't happened yet. Well, if you follow the instructions from this week, it hasn't happened yet. What up, DB? Buffalo on the beat. Poppy Dunks.
Pause.
React to Richard Hart on Bit Boy Show. Okay, I already saw it, but we'll watch it. Doesn't like checking the DMs. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't like checking DMs. What up, Ramsey Code? Kind of traps you in a conversation. Strange how much more I don't think about selling my more. It is weird. Billy Bob, appreciate the member. What up, assholer?
Pause.
Spencer. Hex to the moon. What up, Ike? What up, Marco? Ash Mods. All right, man. Looks like you guys, oh, we got a 20 bomb here. Can you do a video on wallet security? Are crappy dedicated laptops that only get used for crypto as good as a treasure? I would say what's most important is, well, for one, that the laptop doesn't just break. I mean, this is this is pretty dangerous what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say yeah, as long as you don't click on anything. I don't know. You know, if you keep your wallets and stuff disconnected and you don't like click on stuff, if you don't use it, put it like that. Yeah, if you don't use the laptop, yeah, and it doesn't have any viruses, yeah. Treasure is kind of like false security. I mean, you're secure, but you still got to be careful. What up, Kathy? Appreciate the 20. I can just get off of here now. What up, Triple X? What was the last claim day for more? It wasn't the last claim day. What's up, Hexinator? You just, if you missed it, then just buy some, man. They're what, $1.80? Imagine buying Bitcoin at $1.80, man. Come on now. Do you really need some for free? What up, Selmo Fudd? Black Rock slinging big stock. Whoa.
Pause.
Pulse Hart. Tiger. Tawala. Paz Master Bizzle. What up, Jared? All right, Triple X, make sure you follow the instructions. Richard live now? Where? Hex Champion. What up, Julian? Bought more yesterday. What's up, Hexinator? That's what's up. accumulate. All right, let's jump into it right after this. Take a sip. You know the deal. You know the deal. Trickle in. We're gonna look at some charts. Charts are pretty boring. All right, getting down to ATL, you see him? I mean, yeah, if you're gonna talk about being going somewhere, you know, in the US that's dangerous, I mean, yeah, go to ATL, bro. It's like this thing got a death wish. Atlanta is more dangerous, and Atlanta's always been dangerous, and it's more dangerous than it's ever been. Like, bro, Atlanta? I think I ain't going to Atlanta for shit. Fuck that. Fucking running one of them damn Rico charge dudes. Fuck that, man. Bro, I went and bicking that nigga. Hell no. All right, let's get into it. Everyone, yo, he changed his whole accent and everything once he got to America. I'm riding and getting it right. A-Town down. Whoa, you're showing your age there, buddy. Man said A-Town down. Peace up. That's happening right now. Wolf of Wall Street. Man said A-Town down. Our Patron gotta be at least 35. You at least 35, you saying A-Town down. At least. It's pre-recorded. Let's see. All right, let's jump into it. Let's just, did we skip the charts? Do we skip the charts, I said. Okay. Let's just do a quick rundown of the charts. We got Richard Hart on Jordan Belfort. So it's live right now, or it's pre-recorded. I can go watch it at any time. Yo, it is kind of weird how he switches characters so fast. Skip the charts. All right, let me pull it up. All right, my members are saying skip charts. You know, they call the shots around here. Let's, I wanted to see I wanted to react to Tone Vase, but I mean, let's see, Jordan Belfort. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's premiering. All right. We can rewind premieres though, right? Oh, he's not there. Let's check it out. What's up, Wolf? Boom. I almost clicked the end stream button. That would have been bad. All right, let's change the title. Reacting. Well, I got a thumbnail, so can't change it. So. Well, I'm gonna put my headphones on. Two people who got accused of scamming. Did he do anything for real though? Did he really scam people?
Wall Street in the Wolf's Den, the beautiful Miami. Babe, this came babe behind me.
Overrated.
The windows Wolf's Den today. Have a great
Can y'all hear good?
Very
He blew their money.
smart guy. Crypto.
No sound? Oh, I know what's up. Gotcha. Let me see.
Wizard.
Yeah. Gotcha. I had to turn it down.
Really interesting person. Richard
he's
Hart, very, very early adopter. His lowest execution on Bitcoin is 50 cents. He's the founder of Hex.
yeah.
And he's got some very, very strong opinions.
This is high as I can take it.
So buckle down. Here he is, Richard Hart. Richard, how are you?
Rock and roll, dude.
Doing great. I just finished installing a bidet for my mom, which is funny. I put the title of the video, Rumored Billionaire Installs Bidet for Loved One.
So I got a great bidet story. So, I did not grow up wealthy. I'm not sure if
Pause.
you did or you probably didn't. You're probably a self-made guy, right?
Sure.
So I grew up with, great family, very educated, but no money, right? And so my first exposure to wealth was my girlfriend in college, my first real girlfriend, right? And she had a very rich dad, greatest guy ever, and he flew us out in my sophomore year.
I don't care, guys. I don't care.
Fucking take a piss every time I look at a bidet. Right. Oh, wow. Really cool. Right. Yeah. It must be for that, I guess. Right. It's really interesting though. Like when I started to really get into self-development and like limiting beliefs and how they start from moments, single experiences that you have. I realized like that experience, like it really, like I felt very inadequate in that moment.
Sounds like you've been to a date with destiny, sir.
No, well, I mean, I actually haven't, but I did go to a Tony Robbins very early on when I was first going on, to speak myself. I wanted to see what he was teaching, and I was impressed. But I mean, I've done, I went to actually the guy who taught Tony, which is Dr. Richard Bandler, the guy who did NLP. We're originally
Excerpt. But I think Jim Rohn is probably more of Tony's. I've done all of Tony's stuff, but there's Island. So they're making a movie about me. It should come out before the end of the year. Emmy award-winning guys. And they wanted me to go through all my old pictures to show, like, this guy didn't just appear rich and, rumored billionaire and all that. Like, he had a history previous. So it just so happened that because my mom got sick, I got to go scan all these pictures. Man, our cars busted. Like, we never had air conditioning in Florida. They were rusted out so bad that you could see the floor. Like, the floor was just rusted through. Like, you could put your foot through if you wanted. So, like, we laid a piece of sheet metal on top of it. It just, like, slid around. So one of the cars didn't have reverse. All my clothes were from the thrift store. My gifts were like dumpster dive. We would sneak into hotel swimming pools to go swimming. Wow. Otherwise, ain't no such thing as a pool. And then growing up, my house was like 600 square feet. And then, my dad built an addition. And I never had a babysitter. I had a babysitter once my whole life. I think
okay, you're poor, man.
My dad was like, you got to go home work.
Win post chain.
Why are we teaching people stuff that they're 100% guaranteed to forget? For instance, the order of the planets from the sun. I remember them because I know a little mental trick. Mary Jane eats many jam sandwiches under Ned's porch. But without that
I don't need that.
I would not remember the order of the planets from the sun. And why would I care? I don't have a spaceship. I'm not going to miss my left
Mercury.
turn at Mars. It's totally irrelevant, useless information.
Venus.
Like the unit circle, like most things.
Earth.
That's a trigonometry.
Mars.
It's all
then it skips so much, just like a vastness, like Jupiter.
In daycare, so that your parents can go and work, and then it
does get kind of tricky around Uranus.
Pause.
All you're ever going to use, as far as math goes, for like the rest of your life, is Excel. That's it. You're never going to use a compass. You're never.
Saturn is after
no one even
Jupiter.
owns a compass. If you put a gun to anybody's head on the street, you're going to be killing people left and right because you ain't going to find a compass. Like there's no. It's just terrible that they waste everyone's time in this way.
What do you think they should? What should they teach? What should they be teaching in school?
Things that have lasting value.
Like, for instance,
dealing with humans. The humans don't change. If you can sell one thing, you can sell anything. If you can tell if someone's being honest, you'll always be able to tell if they're being honest. If you can avoid getting scammed, you'll always avoid getting scammed. Fashion sense, personal hygiene. What does it mean to be a good friend? How do you give a good apology? These are things I'll teach you in my book for free in my earliest YouTube videos as well. But they don't teach in school. And what could be more important?
How about history? History
is not actually that useful. most people think it is for the same reason they think chess is.
Okay, this is getting interesting because he's finally kind of getting on a stage where his answers, he's going to be kind of held accountable. Like, he's not going to be able to just go up there and blah, 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 blah. He's not interviewing like Bitcoin maxi podcasters. They're just going to, you know, roll over. These people are like now almost professional interviews. Like the whole, for instance, you know, if you ain't ready, you know, what's the title of this? Will Ethereum outperform Bitcoin?
It's correlation, not causation. To derive the meaningful lessons from history, they could just give you the lessons straight up. Like, you know, don't have a war against Russia in the winter, or don't try and pass this mountain on your way to go fight. You know, don't try and go over the Alps on the way to go fight. You know, keep your enemies close. But you'd be better off reading Sun Tzu or The Worldly Ways of Wisdom by I don't remember the Jesuit priest that wrote that. Like, or my book. Like, they should just give the lessons instead of pretending that you'll remember the history. Or like,
so I guess we get, let's break down. This is a really important. Listen, you know, it's an interesting point, and I want to. I agree with you in some respects. I think we probably agree more than it might seem. I think there's just semantics here. Like,
you're gonna learn how to learn.
I think what you're talking about is
you're gonna say you gotta learn how to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say you're gonna learn how to learn learning stuff that you can use just as well.
I think what you're saying is it doesn't really matter to memorize dates and names and things like that, but the actual concepts themselves, like the relevant facts, like for example, like as human beings we learn through stories. So history told right is a story, right? So like I'm writing a book right now on the stock market and how to make money in investments, and mostly it's how not to get killed.
100x more profitable.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, there's ways in the stock market, you know, but long-term holding the S&P 500 is a very, very strong investment. Very, very strong.
No, it's not. I'll go pull up the chart right now. I'll go pull up the S&P 500 for the last 20 years.
Here we go.
You're gonna make like a 3x.
Like, I like when he gets into that, you know, something that everybody agrees on, and it's like, no. I mean, it's true. Like, S&P did good, but you've been better in crypto.
3x?
Of course.
It doesn't matter but you're talking about something that, you know, you look back in hindsight at Bitcoin and say that's the best investment. You could look back at Apple and say it's even better. In other words, you could cherry pick an investment if you want, going backwards. But generally speaking, if you just look, for most people, I would say the safest investment by far with the longest track record is the S&P 500 by far. And any sophisticated investor would say that because it's proven that it beats all the hedge funds. It beats individual stock picking. Of course, if you want to cherry pick one stock or one bit or coin, but if you invest all your money across every cryptocurrency, you would say, no, it's not going to work. If you invested across every tech stock, you know what I'm saying? So it's a very solid, and I'm a Bitcoin bull, by the way, just so you know. I'm just saying it's a very good investment though, the S&P. So,
well, I'll measure it out right now. All right. If you had bought to get a 2x in the S&P, you needed to go back and buy it. You're not going to like this answer. 2,344 days ago to get a 2x. So let me do that math real quick. 2344 over 365. If you bought that 6.5 years ago.
What's beef? Let's get it. I think you're missing the point, my Nick. Look. Yeah, let's get some clips.
See the point.
Pump it.
No, I'm an expert, bro. I got the point. Here's how it works.
You're talking about the little things about large.
You're telling Jordan Belfort you're an expert on stocks? I mean, this guy's an expert on penny stocks. So you come at the wrong dude.
People that have money are not going to deploy all their things in Bitcoin. It's not a rational investment.
But you don't have to. So here's how making mad gains work. Now, just for you guys at home watching, I own the world's largest diamond. I called the Bitcoin top on the day. I've been in Bitcoin since 50 cents.
Yeah, should have.
My currency.
They should have skipped that bidet talk and started with this, because now it's a little bit not too late. We're halfway through, but you want to put that stuff at the beginning.
Went up 10,000x in 2 years.
You want to introduce who you are at the beginning.
For staking, 2 million if you staked it, depending on how long.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, get that shit in
free
there,
self-help
man.
books, free self videos, raised 27 million
Pump
for
it.
charity. I'm as good at this stuff as I can get, and I've called the top 2 cycles in a row. The trick to making money.
Oh, and I saw something. Y'all remind me about the Bit Boy. He slipped up and said something, and nobody caught that shit.
And holding stuff, it's all speculation.
On the Bit Boy.
Trick is to choose the thing that has the highest base gain, so that you don't have to get leveraged up to amplify the gain, which is what a lot of people do in the S&P 500 and elsewhere. And then when volatility hits, you get liquidated and you're out. And then even if it continues the direction that you thought it was going to go, you're no longer in the market because you got liquidated.
Can you go back and say you're using some terms that no one's going to understand? Just go back to the and say you go back and slow that down and use more.
What?
So when you own a thing, so let's say that you bought the S&P 500 6.4 years ago. Now you're up 2x on your money today. But let's say you wanted to make that more. You wanted to make more money on that same movement. What you would do is you'd go to your broker and you'd say, listen, Mr. Broker, I think the S&P 500 is going to go up. You see that I've got money. I want to take a loan against my existing holdings so that I can buy more. This is called leverage. And what that does is it amplifies your movement to the upside and it amplifies your loss to the downside. And so if you get 2x leverage, which a lot of people would consider conservative, but in reality is insanely high.
Insanely high. I agree. Insanely high.
Bro, I be doing like 10x on Femix. 10x is the lowest I do. 10x, 10% of the bag. That's my little strategy on leverage trading. 10x, 10% of the bag. I mean, 10 strikes, you're out, right?
You get liquidated. Now, liquidated means that the market moved against you. You no longer have enough collateral to support your loan, and what you used to have for collateral gets sold to pay your loan off, and you're out. You have nothing left. You're totally gone. And in the stock market, it's even worse. If you get liquidated on a crypto exchange, usually, okay, they zero you out, you're fine. But if you get liquidated in the stock market, they come for your house, they go to the courts, they come for everything that you've got, and everything you will get. They will put a lien against your future earnings. So getting liquidated in the stock market's a real serious deal. He knows. I see him smiling. He knows the story.
Well, I'm writing a book about this, and it's funny because I'm telling this exact story about. What you're saying is correct. What people don't understand is that you can, if you're on margin, and if you're on the short side, or if you could lose more. I'm saying you could lose more than your original investment.
Lose more? What are you talking about, bro?
An unsecured debit.
What you talking about, bro?
They can actually go after you for an unsecured debit because you've. Yeah, of course, yeah.
So here's the magic. Here's the trick. Why do I tell you about all this? Because people want to get rich, and they want to get rich quick, and they're willing to take what they think are shortcuts, but actually aren't shortcuts. They just get you to lose all your money. Leverage trading, margin trading, any form of trading is a way to multiply the house's advantage against you. The brokers make money, the exchange makes money, the market makers make money. You get chopped up by fees or liquidated, and you lose everything.
You're gonna love my book, by the way. It's so funny. I literally just wrote this whole. What you're saying is truth. This is 100% true. 100%.
Where are the customers' yachts, right?
Right. Exactly.
So how do you beat this rat race? If you choose the asset which has the highest native gain, which is cryptocurrency, you do not have to invest as much in it. You do not have to take on leverage and loans to try and amplify the movements. You can just sit there and withstand any drawdown. Bitcoin has drawn down 85% 4 times. That's a huge difference. That means you had $100 and now you've got $15 because you bought the top. But every time it's done that, it's gone on to make new all-time highs. When I got into Bitcoin, it was 50 cents, and today it's $24,000.
I mean, more token is like $1.08, $1.80. I mean, it's crazy the amount of potential upside that more token has. Moretokens.com.
8,000x return. That's 48 million %. That is a huge, massive, gigantic return that nothing else in history has ever done. And you could call it a bubble, you could call it a Ponzi, you could call it an MLM. None of it's true. Bubbles pop and they don't come back. This one keeps making new all-time highs. Now, I will warn you, I think Bitcoin is trash, even though I've made a lot of money on it. It is old technology. It is slow technology. It is expensive technology. It is the top of its S-curve. It keeps dumping the same amount, but not pumping as hard as it used to. It's falling over. The world's richest guy already bought. Nation states already legalized it. You are not an early adopter. This is a 13-year-old technology. But people think that they're early. From the COVID dip, Bitcoin went down to $3,800. Ethereum went down to $88. I don't remember how low Hex went. But then Bitcoin went up about 20x, Ethereum went up about 60x, and Hex went up hundreds or thousands of x. And why would you want the thing that is less performant?
Slight flex.
I don't understand why so many people are happy to promote the
Let
old,
Jordan
slow,
talk, man. Let him come with his beef, man.
Technology. Now look, a 30x, which Bitcoin did, or a 20x in a year and a half, it's not bad. It's still more money than you would have gotten the S&P 500 in 100 years, probably. I've got the chart in front of me. I could keep scrolling back, and the gains are better now than they have recently because the money's not worth anything. So you're up a lot of gains.
I think, let me say a couple of things, okay? So, what you're talking about here, I understand you're looking back at one investment in Bitcoin at a certain moment in time, and you're drawing this like this is the best investment in the history, whatever. But the point is that to look at that, and you're right about one thing. I thought you were going to say that Bitcoin could do the same thing again, that's gone. That's not happening anymore. That's and that was what was bothering me because I like you. I called the first top at like 20, and I never liked Bitcoin early, but at 20,000,
really, nigga?
like, everyone's saying it's going to 1 million. I'm like, hey, fucking, because you get the sucker, because you need to get the suckers, and they got to think it's going up 100-fold or else they're not going to buy it, right? So my question to you is, okay, so obviously you love cryptocurrency, right? There are some very smart people who hate cryptocurrency. I like cryptocurrency, although I think it's wrought with fraud, and it desperately needs some regulation.
What up, JM7?
The fraudsters in there, but
everything's wrought with fraud.
Yeah, but that's true. But what happens is, in the absence of regulation, it gets so fucked up.
Regulation doesn't help. Regulation
it does help a little bit. It does help.
No, it doesn't. Payday loans are legal. It's literally 1,000% of your interest.
I'll tell you what.
Enron
it does. It stops Celsius. It stops.
No,
it does. It
no,
does. It's dramatic. Your money will be insured.
They got a pass and turned off the regular retail customers
more.
and just took accredited investors and burnt them, and it was legal. So it was legal.
If you think that, I know both worlds. Wall Street is not as bad as crypto, and Wall Street's corrupt as shit. Okay, like Wall Street's a sewer of corruption, and crypto's a sewer of corruption times 1,000. There's no disclosure in crypto. That's the problem.
Disclosure is a scam. Disclosure is a fucking scam.
How is that?
You know 100% that no one reads those fucking documents. You know 100% that no one really gives a shit about those disclosures. You know 100% that when you tell someone they could lose everything, they don't really fucking believe you. You would have to spend 50 minutes showing them videos of people crying, having lost it all, for them to have a chance of actually being like, oh, this might actually go down.
So do you think disclosure should
no, I think that disclosures are weak, limp dick legalese that doesn't actually save fucking nobody. I think that Enron had disclosures out the ass and lost everybody's money. I think Theranos had disclosures and lost everybody's money and were authorized by everybody. I think that Bernie Madoff was the fucking CEO of NASDAQ and stole everyone's fucking money. So no, I don't think that disclosures helps anybody. It's just like, oh, you knew it was risky. We told you it was risky. You lost all your money. But look, we have a disclosure. I think that's bullshit. Okay. I think you should try and save these people better way.
Who's been in
What happened?
Wall Street. It is. Wow. Look, it is worse, but I have the real solution, and the real solution.
That's what I'd like to hear, though. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, there's only 3 ways to fight fraud. There's only 3 ways to fight scams. You can give the regulators more money. You can hire more guys. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it work?
Kariga said RH thinks he should be able to do whatever he wants with people's money and not tell anyone.
You can only act after the fact. You never get the money back. The money gets lost, all these middlemen. You can't retrieve it. So everyone gets screwed, but a couple people go to jail. But everyone still gets screwed. Furthermore, there's jurisdiction.
I mean, if you don't promise them anything, then I guess you should be able to do that. If you're promising them stuff.
You can give the regulators in the United States all the money you want. And in India and in China, they don't really care. People are still going to get scammed left and right because the American law can't work there as well. And you have countries that can't enforce murder laws, let alone your disclosure laws or whatever, you know, the deal is. So giving regulators more money doesn't help. Disclosures doesn't help if people don't listen. Like they don't listen. I tell you crypto drops 85, 90% really often. And like, I don't even get credit for it. I'm like the only website that says like this stuff drops, and I highlight all the drops, and people don't listen. And then there's the third way. So here's the third way. Mm-hmm. You advertise honest, wholesome products with product market fit that have sales pitches with the same tactics that scams use. Limited time offer, mad gains, peer pressure, celebrity endorsement, you know, dark patterns, sales funnels, every single thing that you can think of, but you get them into something honest. Whether that's an S&P 500
that
index
is pretty
fund,
smart.
Whether that's Hex, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, these are honest products with real product market fit that are innovative, and they do things that nothing else in the world can do currently. When the money is out of these people's hands, they can't get scammed out of it. When it's in an honest product, they can't get scammed out of it because it's not in their hands anymore. If you leave it in their hands, they'll get scammed out of it.
Question. How does the investor know which is the honest one, which is the not honest one?
Unfortunately, they really have to rely on the opinions of experts, and something like do your own research only works if the person doing the research is smart. But if you're an idiot and you do your own research, you're going to get terrible results.
I would say through the founder. I'm the founder of moretokens.com, early Bitcoin, you know, no price predictions, but it's very cheap Bitcoin. I would say check that out.
In most of the world,
fair enough.
Most of the world is of average intelligence or stupider.
Okay, fair enough. Agreed. Still, so let's play this out because I'm really interested where this is going. Because so far what you're saying is true. But I question though. Okay, so you say right, if they can't do their own research because they don't know what they're fucking. And just so you know, like, we used to have a joke. Like, you know, we would take these stocks public, right? And the prospectus would be so fucking ugly, but no one reads them, of course, right? We used to say they fucking go and they read them in the fucking off with the lights off in the bath, right? No one gives a fuck. I'll take you one step further. Ready for this? Because disclosure is required in the world I came from, we used to we'd open up an account with an investor and we'd send them a letter saying, "Dear Mr. Jones, the stocks you're about to buy are fucking worthless. They are pumped. Listen. They are pumped up. They are manipulated. We dominate. I'm not even making this up. We dominate and control the price."
I hear people say stuff like that. I'm not even making this up. So you make up stuff sometimes? Like this one, I'm not making up. This one's the truth. This is a real story. Like, that's the most sketchy thing people ever say, yo.
Probably buying this at a price that's higher than it's worth, and every dollar that you put in is probably going to zero. So we'd send this, and you know what? It made them want it more. Why? Because they said, fuck, if it's a scam, maybe I'll get it on the right side of the phone. People are fucking crazy. But here's my question, though. Going back, and I agree with what you're saying, but so you said that people can't be trusted, which is true.
To be honest.
Right? So you said they should seek out experts. Is that what you're saying?
To tell the truth. No, I'm telling you.
There's a lot of nuance here.
Okay.
Because the term con man literally means confidence man. A man that gets your confidence to get.
That's this nigga. The confidence man. I've been saying it the whole time.
Get you to disengage your critical thinking brain, to activate your greed brain, make bad decisions, and lose all your money. You lose, he wins.
Right.
There are a lot of net negative games out there, and they have large marketing budgets, and they push you into doing things that are bad for you. Now, let me give you an example. In sports games and F1 racing all across the world, you're going to see advertisements for margin trading cryptocurrency exchanges.
Right.
And these people are the middlemen that cryptocurrency was designed to get rid of. Crypto was designed to get rid of middlemen. You and your peers trade with each other. You do not use middlemen.
Cozy, appreciate the membership, bro. Enjoy the membership badge.
And you do not give your keys to middlemen. When you do that,
and the exclusive benefits.
You up with fees and take all your money, and you never see
possible
it again.
Benefits.
Right, it's counterintuitive. Centralized exchanges are counterintuitive. They defeat the purpose of crypto, obviously.
Exactly. So I warned everyone directly to remove all of their money from themselves. They didn't listen. They lost all their money. They're in bankruptcy now.
No one listened.
I begged them. I pleaded with them. Please do not be one of the headlines. You don't have to be a headline. Get your money into your own hands, not your keys, not your coins.
No
Take
keys,
money
no
out of
crypto. The Beatles taught me that. No keys, no crypto.
It's not your key, it's not your crypto. You're going to be a headline. Millions of dollars are going to get hacked or lost, and you're not going to get your money back. And so, as a real cryptocurrency, where there's no middlemen, no counterparty risk, the one I invented, Hex, we can't advertise anywhere. People won't take the X. But if you're a scumbag exchange that victimizes people, they love your ads because you've got a
All right,
license from the government to rob people. But cryptocurrencies don't have licenses from the government because we're open source, mostly open source software, depending on what project, and there's no license for it. And
you know how corrupt these exchanges are, but they're fucking unbelievably
disgusting.
No, like really, like bad shit.
Coinbase just got sued for its employees front running listings. Coinbase just got sued for listing securities. Coinbase also
taking payoffs to list payoffs, huge payoffs.
Nah, well, some exchanges, sure. Coinbase didn't do that one, but they had other violations. And this is just one exchange, and they're probably one of the more honest exchanges. All the other exchanges are fractionally reserved. They oh, we got hacked for 200 million. What happened? Oh, I don't know. We got hacked. We're just missing 200 million. Sorry, can't have your money. What? This sounds like a scam. So, and this happens
the exchange stuff.
Michael Saylor bought Bitcoin and leverage. Three Arrows Capital bought Bitcoin and leverage. Celsius users had leverage, but they didn't realize it was leverage. When you sell your crypto and get a loan against it, you actually sold it, but you don't realize it. And when the price moves down enough, you're going to be forced to sell to cover your position. People don't realize that there's no, when they say there's no free money, it used to be true. Oddly enough, in crypto, it's not actually true. There is actually free money. I used to mine Bitcoin for free. It went up 48,000x from when I mined it. We got free airdrops out the yin yang. Hex was free for Bitcoin holders. We've got 10 different free money airdrops. There's free money out the yin yang crypto.
Let me go back a second because we're in this critical moment here, and the whole thing is okay. You're saying that the person, I want to clarify, the person the people you should trust are those that you can go back and actually research their track record and say they have been right far more than they've been wrong. So you can look.
Tricks here. You got to watch. They'll delete their bad calls. Okay, so let me give you, you'll love this one. Stock business. You're gonna think this is funny. You have a mailing list of 100 people. You tell 50 of the people the stock's going up. You tell 50 of the people the stock's going down. One of those calls is going to be right.
That's the old gambling hall biz. That's the gambling thing. Yeah.
And then you mail the one that was right. Your next split prediction, half is right, half is wrong. Now 25% of your list got 2 calls right in a row. You do it again, 12.5% of your list got 3 calls right in a row. And there's these scams, like these guys that. So anybody that's on YouTube that has a bunch of referral links under that video wants you to do things that are bad for you. They want you to get beat up by fees. They want you to pay for stupid trading programs instead of just buy a coin that could make you wealthy.
Yeah, man, that shit is kind of
to get maximum house advantage against you. So everyone that can afford with a marketing budget, everyone that's approved by the government, and everyone that's on YouTube wants to screw you out of your money. They all get paid.
Oh, look at my description box.
There's very few of us that actually make money when you win. And so real buyers and holders of cryptocurrencies that just buy and hold, we make money when you win. We all make money when the value goes up. All these other guys, they multiply the house advantage against you. And it's really sad because how many people on YouTube don't have 1,000 referral links under their video? Nobody, because that's how they get paid.
Nigga?
I don't have one link. Go to my YouTube. You will not see one single. I don't recommend anything. I don't do that. I don't play that game. I just don't do that. But
you mean your book? You mean this drink that's on your desk? That's not a recommendation? You mean this background that recommends that you're in a beautiful place and that you're successful? You're a liar.
My YouTube, I've never recommend any. If I do recommend something, I'll hold it forever. By the way, I never sold any crypto I've ever. Well, I'm a very, very, very long-term player. Everything I do, by the way.
Same here. Same here.
Origin address and hex. I still want to go back. You're speaking truth right now, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, let's get to the beef,
man. Crack up with my book. I have a book coming out in about a year. It's literally, it's like the prologue is what you just said. That's the prologue. I tell a story about but just fucking buy it, hold it, and just bye-bye. Just fucking stop, right? You just can't trade this shit. And the thought of using, we get the whole thing, right? But so if people, how do you find, so you're one person people could look to.
Yes.
Who's another? How do they find them?
I mean, there are guys
that fight scams.
After this. There's a guy named CoffeeZilla that busts scammers. Sadly, some of the things that the critics say are true. Like Peter Schiff is generally wrong about everything. And his fund is one of the worst performing funds in history. However, when he got on TV and said to Mr. Celsius guy, listen, you're paying 8%. You must be taking huge risk to pay that. You're lying if you say you're not. He was right. He told the truth there. So he's wrong about Bitcoin price movements. He's wrong about gold, but he was right about this. You can't pay 8% without risk. That was true.
Wasn't he paying 18? I thought at some point Celsius.
It was mostly 8. It may have been that high at one.
It went high. It went higher at the end.
It could have been. It could have.
Yeah. Anyway,
usually these things, in a real scam, they usually have an exit pump where they'll pump the payouts real high before they exit on everybody to get that last like reloaded. Or like I know everything about scams. I'm from Florida, dude. It's the scam capital of the world. I've seen and been scammed by everything. I've been scammed by everything.
Where do we find where do the people listen? This is going to be a very widely listened to podcast. Where do they find the right people? Because it's a good.
In general, there aren't any. In general, there aren't any. The people, you have people that will tell you about the technology, like Andreas Antonopoulos. It's useless for a lot of things. He's too old. He doesn't keep up with the new stuff. He doesn't talk about price. Useless. You have guys that look at charts all day. They get you wreck trading. If you see a guy looking at a chart, having indicators, drawing lines, you're going to lose all your money.
Right.
You'll lose all your money. And he's going to sell you a course to learn how to lose money fast.
Right.
And he's going to tell you. Yep.
My charting is content
really long
filler.
Time frames, but usually you're just not going to
Let's
zoom
be
out
real.
far enough, and you can't play years. You've got to degenerate. You know?
I don't really care about charts.
It's just not going to fucking
No,
work.
100% not. You'll lose all.
This is what I do.
And then, so you've got the guys that talk about the technology, useless as far as price goes. It's the only thing anyone cares about. You got the guys that talk about price. You're going to get wrecked trading. And then you got the guys that show referral links.
But you just said price is what people care about. So how can you talk about price without looking at charts?
Really don't, other than actual cryptocurrency. Like I don't follow any of these guys because they're useless to me. They don't have a single piece of knowledge that I could benefit my life with. Like the best thing you can do is buy something that has product market fit, hold it, and wait.
What do you give me an example of something right now that you think is a really great buy?
Nothing until the Grayscale 36% discount goes away.
This nigga didn't say Hex.
Right now, so Grayscale owns 3%
He
of all
didn't
Bitcoin.
say Hex.
It's a trust that you buy. They have a private placement round. In their private placement round, people give them money. They use that money to buy Bitcoin. They wait 6 months. Now they can sell those shares on retail on OTCQX bulletin board.
Dump it.
It usually trades at a 20% premium, but now it's a 33% discount. Why would Wall Street, that loves to buy Grayscale Bitcoin more than real Bitcoin, it usually trades at a 20% premium historically for the 5 or 6 years it's existed. Why would we have a real bull run when you could buy that encapsulated and
Hold on, bro. Let's play for a second, bro. Hex is down like what now? At least 80. It's up a little bit now, so I get that. Maybe. But he could have plugged that easily. Hex is down what, 80 something? Hex, man.
No right to redeem, kind of fake, but it's really there, Bitcoin.
So it's a theoretical EFT in some respect.
Exactly.
Right?
They really hold it. It's really there. It's really legal as heck, but they do charge a 2.5% overhead. And it's as long as you can buy Grayscale Bitcoin for a third off, it's no one in legacy is going to buy normal Bitcoin.
Why would that arbitrage still be existing right now? In other words, there's got to be a reason why that arbitrage is there.
You can't arbit because there's no right to redeem. So you can't get their cheap Bitcoin and you can't sell your spot Bitcoin and buy their cheap Bitcoin because you can't get their cheap Bitcoin out because you don't have a right to redeem when you buy the shares. And so
how long do you have to hold the shares for?
You have to season them for 6 months because they filed a special form with the SEC, but in a normal fund like that, you would need to wait 1 year. But because they did some extra registration, you only have to wait 6 months.
So you think until that
goes away, you're going to get bounces, but you're not going to get a real bull run until that deficit goes away because no one's leaving that much free money on the table. They have 3% of all the Bitcoin. They have $6 billion of Bitcoin.
Why do you think that discount is there?
Well, a lot of guys didn't realize the reflexivity, convexivity. That's just you guys that are watching. Reflexivity and convexivity just means
Richard, in my opinion, doesn't believe in Hex anymore.
When it goes down more. Like I told you about leverage, taking loans.
Oh man, don't say that.
This company, Three Arrows Capital, idiots, think they're smart. Everyone in crypto has more followers than me, and they're all bankrupt, and I'm at all-time high net worth. And I'm just like, I called everything right forever. When are you guys going to figure out follow?
You remind me a lot of Beatles, by the way.
Yeah, he's got more money than most, and he's been in it as long as me. He's a good guy.
He's a great man. I love him.
Rob Beatles is a good guy. So
never heard of him.
When Three Arrows Capital got a bunch of retail money into their fund in Singapore, and they bought at a premium Grayscale shares, and now they need money because they're bankrupt.
He hasn't shield post yet.
I'm not. From everywhere else. Now they have to sell, regardless of the price, because they're getting liquidated, all of their shares. And because the crypto market went down, everyone wants to sell at the same time, and it causes a cascade. Price goes down, so this guy has to sell. So price goes down more, so that guy has to sell. So price
kind of 1929-ish, right?
Exactly. So it went up on leverage. Now it's going down on leverage. It usually doesn't blow off top. Good deal. No, you got
to. But either way, though, you don't think that's the place to go. Bitcoin, anyway. You said it's done. It's already made its big move. So that aside, what else?
I think Ethereum will continue to outperform Bitcoin for sure. Now, look, I'm talking to you about products.
Still didn't say Hex.
I like the products I found even more, but I'm going to start with the ones that didn't.
Sure.
Okay.
So, Bitcoin will still outperform the stock market. So Bitcoin's a risk-on asset. It's kind of like free leverage on the stock market. So when they're printing money, all stocks go.
Why can I pause? I don't really need his explanations. I just want to hear his answers.
Stocks will go down. Bitcoin dipped 75, but now it's up at 2x. So maybe it's the Grayscale. So we've got Mt. Gox coins coming out. There's a couple billion there. We got 70,000 Bitcoin at the Department of Justice seized from the Bitfinex hacker. We've got Ross Ulbricht's
take bigger positions. You think that's allow large institutions to take bigger positions? You think that's a narrative that makes sense as bullshit?
It's bullshit because it already happened. Like the laws changed to allow banks to actually custody it. New York has had extremely well-defined laws with the bit license since 2017, maybe 2018. El Salvador made it legal tender. I went to a Walgreens to buy my mom some like yogurt, and there was a Bitcoin ATM in the lobby. So
that's a bit different though than like the teacher's pension fund, feeling like it's another asset they'd feel comfortable holding for the long term.
No, but like Fidelity sells it, and you can buy it through the Grayscale Trust. And it's as legal as possibly could be. They
sell it, but does the fund own large amounts of Bitcoin?
You want to know the sad part? I looked at the Celsius bankruptcy documents, and the World Economic Fund is on there, and some really big. I think there's some retirement funds that are on there. They got wrecked on Celsius. Something that was advertised as low risk, but was extremely high risk. Hex is advertised as extremely high gain and extremely high risk, because it is. You read the disclaimer; it says we're lucky this stuff works at all.
Right.
They're lucky it works at all. It's a miracle. So it's like Hex went up 10,000 fold in 2 years, and now it's on.
Where is it? Where is it now?
It went up to half. It went up to half a dollar. It went up to 55.6, and then it dropped down to like 3 or 4 cents, and now it's up at 5.5 cents.
Okay.
People don't realize how big those moves are. If you drop to 3 cents and you're up at 5.5, you just about doubled your money already in like a few weeks. And really, if things have product market fit, they stop dumping at some point. Luna was one of the exceptions.
What's the profit? What is the product market fit for Hex? Explain.
Sure. So Bitcoin was the world's first attempt at making.
Finally, somebody asked him that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Product market fit.
A currency. It failed entirely. Absolutely, no one uses it as a currency. It accidentally did something more valuable, which has become a store of value. Lucky it, because the story changed. Oh, we're gonna make programmable money. No programs to do anything. Can't even have it wake you up in the morning. Oh, we're gonna, Ethereum was the same thing. Oh, we're gonna make a world computer. Nope, you can only do 1 million transactions a day. Oh, we're gonna make unstoppable computing. Nope, you forked the network to take that hacker's coins back. Oh, we're gonna be money now. That one seems to be working. Good for them. So with Bitcoin, it tried to do currency. It still went up in price 690 million%. It worked out. You still can't use it anywhere. That's fine. It went up 690 million%. Use your Visa. Sell it at the exchange. Buy whatever you want. It went up 690 million%. I don't care if you can buy coffee with it. I don't care at all. Some of the Bitcoiners do. They're silly. They have less than I. So Ethereum. Okay. Ethereum says, you know what? we want to do more.
That's a lack of a gratitude, right? Like,
well,
just take the win. You went up 6 million, just take the win, right?
Exactly.
Don't complain about the fucking coffee, you know?
And they lie about it. They lie about it all the time. It says unconfiscatable. You're like, oh, really? Because they're selling it. The government's selling it all the time from confiscation. So why don't you guys stop lying about that?
Right.
They say it's never been hacked. You're like, really? Well, why did they fork the network in 2010 when someone minted 6 billion Bitcoin by accident? Or why did they have to just patch it again when someone could have minted as many free coins as they wanted 3 years ago? Oops, it has been hacked. But you guys aren't paying attention. They just lie about it. And it's unnecessary because it's awesome enough on its own, truthfully. So Ethereum said, okay, you know what? It's stupid that this network can only just trade one ticker, the Bitcoin ticker. Why don't we let it carry all the tickers? And then everyone can have trustless computation. And so Hex is on Ethereum. Ethereum is on Ethereum. Uniswap is on Ethereum. Peer-to-peer trustless trading with no middlemen, no counterparty risk. Miraculous, wonderful breakthrough. I carried Uniswap on my back and made it popular myself. Hex was the majority of trading on that thing for months and months and months. I did more to promote it than the founders. That's a huge, amazing innovation. Real world important innovation. So we've got on-chain exchange with Ethereum. We've got stable coins with Ethereum. You're a retailer and you want to accept crypto? Well, you better get to a stable coin. The volatility can make you bankrupt. You thought you got paid, it went to half the price, now you lost money in the deal. You can't do it. You need stable coins. You need peer-to-peer trustless trading with no middlemen, no counterparty risk.
All right, let's get into
time depositors give to themselves all the time for destroying the environment. Hex holders get for free without having to destroy the environment because we mine.
I just want to see him shell Hex. Make sure he did that. Just make sure he shells Hex and we can move on.
And those miners, they don't destroy the environment. They sell down the price. In Hex, we don't have to sell down the price to pay miners to destroy the environment. It's more efficient. There's less negative externalities. So the price performance is superior. So basically, Hex is just Bitcoin with a proof of work change. Bitcoin inflates to pay miners to destroy the environment, to dump the price, but they need it for network security. Hex inflates to reward stakers to defend the price. And we already piggyback the Ethereum network that's already secure, so we don't have to lose any money because they're already losing it. They're already paying their own miners.
What's Hex? Is there a use case for Hex other than just is it a store of value? Is it a
store of value?
And so it's you buy it to make money.
It has accidental upsides that are accidental. For instance, we've received a lot of free money airdrops because people build on top of it. Like you can't trade your Hex stakes, but then someone made a product that allows you to make a contract that then makes the stake, and then you can trade the shares. So there's things that people built on top of it that are accidental. We have lower transfer fees than Bitcoin. We have higher throughput. We have more security. Bitcoin is more likely to be hacked than Hex is. These are accidental, awesome extra things. The real claim to fame.
What's the worst part of Hex? What are the downsides of Hex? What do you think is the bad part of Hex? Like if you had to be the devil, play your own devil's advocate.
Sure. I think a lot of people that are new to the market fall for memes I have to de-educate them of. So for instance, centralized ownership. People say
turn to a positive.
Centralized ownership's terrible.
It's like an interview.
Which is weird. Which is weird because all of the most successful entities in the world have extremely centralized ownership and control. The United States has one guy that can launch the nukes. One guy. Families have like one guy that kind of sets the rules, usually. In the animal kingdom, if you don't like the human version of that, the animal kingdom is even more obvious.
Right.
Companies have one president. So everything ends up having
there's a huge cost of decentralization, so it's got to be a really big benefit. Yeah, agreed, 100%. Yeah.
So like decentralization is the opposite of vertical integration, and vertical integration is the most efficient. You get the least middlemen, the least latency.
Sure.
So Bitcoin has. So first off, people think Bitcoin ownership's decentralized. And then I show them that 42% of all Bitcoin sits in 2,000 addresses, but it doesn't register in their head. Then I show them that like 2% of all Bitcoin addresses hold like 90% of all the coins. Still doesn't register in their head. So centralized ownership and control is awesome. That's why Tesla has done so well. That's why Facebook has done so well. That's why Amazon has done so well, because the founders own and control massive portions. Stuff that's actually decentralized, like you could say the government, sucks. Nobody's good at anything. It's all trash. And so I have to de-educate them of the centralized ownership. And if you look at Hex's ownership, there is massive centralization there. You know, there's so many people sacrificed for the new coins. Well, so the first sacrifice was to support freedom of speech and the Sense Foundation, a charity to do medical research. It raised $27 million for them. Then the next sacrifice was for freedom of movement, because COVID really messed that up for everybody. Everyone was basically in house arrest without committing a crime. I'm not a fan. And then that one generated a lot of, there was an address, if you sent money to it, you sacrificed it, you get nothing in return. But because some people noticed that you did that, you're going to get free coins on this new network. I've forked the Ethereum network. You can go use it now. The test net, it's fun. You can play with all your coins. In the bear market, what could be better than playing with your coins for fun? No risk. Go to pulsechain.com and you can go play with your free coins. Eventually, the main net will come out, hopefully soon, and then you'll have a copy of the Ethereum network with higher throughput, lower fees, world's largest free airdrop. You're going to get a copy of every single coin you have on the Ethereum network, including Ethereum itself, on this new chain for free. And you don't have to sign up. You don't have to do anything. It just works. And it's been working for months. We just want the security to be perfect, like Hex's was. And there's some things that we want to fix to make them perfect. So when you're doing the world's largest free airdrop, it's very attractive to people. And I don't even remember what the hell the question was. What was the question?
No, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Oh, the worst things about Hex. Yeah, so I have to educate people. It has centralized ownership, but that's awesome. It did 10,000x like that in 2 years. Aren't you happy I educated you about centralized ownership power? Second, the liquidity. It has lower liquidity than other things. Okay, so what's liquidity mean? Liquidity means if you want to buy, there's always someone to take the other side. If you want to sell, there's always someone to take the other side. Okay, so like if you want low liquidity on the sell side so that the price moves up more because there's less for sale. And that's what the time locking does. People on average lock for 7 years. That's a long time. That's Nobel Prize worthy. No one has ever locked up this much money for this long. You buy a house, you can sell it. You buy a T-bond, you can sell it. T-bill or bond. But if you lock up your Hex for 15 years, you're not getting it back out until 7.5 without losing principal. You can get out, if you serve half your time, you can get out by just losing your interest. And it's prorated. The longer you stay, the less penalty you pay. If you do what you said you're going to do, you don't pay any penalty at all. You do very well. You mint yourself a new Hex.
I think he messes up when he does that because it makes it sound like you can only stake for 15 years. You can stake for a day if you want to. He should add that because a lot of people think you have to lock your Hex up for 15 years.
So the claims to fame for Hex are no counterparty risk. Vast majority of the trading is on chain. No one can shut it down. No one can stop it. I die, website goes offline. Doesn't matter. More secure than Bitcoin. Up 250x versus Bitcoin. Up 70x versus Ethereum. It did 10,000x versus the dollar. 100% perfect, flawless uptime. Microsoft goes down. Google was down yesterday for half an hour globally. Hex has never been down. So it's vastly superior, unique.
Yeah, I can forget the BitBoy clip.
Hex.com, 3-letter dictionary.com. That's all the upside. Downside. You think that more volume is good. You don't realize that's how you measure people being victimized. Market makers make money on volume. Exchanges make money on volume. Users lose money on volume. Lower volume's better. But everyone looks at the wash trading, 1 million bids and asks, 1 million trades in between the bid-ask spread, never moves the price, but tons of volume, fake wash traded garbage. People think that's better. They're stupid. People think that lower inflation is better. Here's a real mind wrecker. Its highest gains were when its inflation was the highest, and its lowest gains.
So like that. So how do you know that
the vast majority go
right to zero
well,
or whatever?
Well, it's already usually. I think if you do timing analysis on this, I think that most crappy coins tend to fail in short order after they're founded. Hex is now 1,000 days old. In cryptocurrency, that's an eternity. Hex has been around for about half as long as Ethereum. Ethereum is 2,560 days old, and Hex is like 987 days old. We're 40
stog years in cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah, like we're 38% as old as Ethereum with perfect, flawless operation. How much more opportunity do you want to miss to be like, oh, that was a good thing? Like, no, there is risk to the stuff, but that's why the gains are so amazing. Like, so if you buy a scam and you hold it longer, you're wrecked and you're going to stay wrecked. If you buy something with product market fit, look at the fundamentals. Are we on-ramping new?
All right, I think we got it from this. Let's take a quick break. We're going to get to the Tone Vase and the Richard Hart BitBoy right after this. Yeah, he said something on BitBoy show that nobody caught. It's kind of its own vase is hilarious. All right. Let's listen to this real quick. Tone Vase, Richard Hart, hilarious.
They make
Let me turn this back down. About right there.
$600 million a year selling 2% of their portfolio for fees every year. The amount of like actual retail money that goes into Grayscale is everything. We went up on Grayscale in the Coinbase IPO. We went down the minute the Coinbase IPO happened. They started liquidating their Grayscale positions early, which is why you saw the premium disappear and go into negatives or go into baseline just before the IPO. And so I called the top on the day. That top call was in profit every single day for over a year and a half now, except for one day, the Judas candle, the 6% weak limp tick higher high from 65 to 69K. Then it went straight down after. Everyone's excited thinking that there's a new bear market. But guess what, guys? It was 65K when I called the top a year and a half ago, and Bitcoin is roughly the same price now it was 5 years ago. Its performance is pitiful. It's buggy software. Its developers are leaving left and right. Even the douche that was on the last show with us, Munib or whatever his name is, even he's begging and crying to try and keep Bitcoin devs developing in Bitcoin because they want to leave because this community is so toxic. Bitcoin devs are literally leaving Bitcoin development because the community sucks so bad.
So, Tone, in terms of the Grayscale discount, what's your take on that indicator?
Mario, I'm happy to explain how Grayscale works, but I'm gonna jump off Spaces. When Richard Hart leaves, I'm happy to come back. He's too much of a scammer. I can't be in here. I'm not giving him the stage anymore. I debated him last time. So when he's done, feel free to text me. I'm happy to come back. Later, guys.
No, understood, man. Do you want to touch on the Grayscale discount first? Oh, he's jumped off.
Look, Tone is a coward. He says things that aren't true. He called the Bitcoin top at 7K before it went to 20K. He got liquidated on the only position he put on BitMEX before they canceled his affiliate account. He shows ref links and trading programs. You could buy coin to get rich and change your life. Instead, you give him money to teach. He teaches you how to lose money. It's disgusting. He's the worst person in this space. It's getting people.
And then check this out, yo. So then he goes live, like maybe minutes later.
Am I gonna do a news show soon? No, there's absolutely zero plans to do a news show. No, my focus is gonna be I'm gonna be moving away from, you know, Bitcoin stuff. I mean, there's nothing interesting that happens in Bitcoin. Like I mean, other people are finding it interesting, but like for me, it's like a triple rerun. I'm gonna focus on financial markets. I'll probably focus on politics. But doing a news show, it honestly does nothing for me because
he's quitting, yo.
I get a lot less.
He's quitting.
And B, there's no way to make money from doing news. For me, there isn't. So
yeah, nobody watches.
Profitable. I get a lot less views than these shows on price of Bitcoin.
Right.
And it's a lot of time and a lot of work.
No, it's not.
Where's the motivation? Like the motivation is just not there, right? The motivation, your motivation to do something comes from two things, either money or enjoyment. And if you're
he's
lucky,
quitting at the bottom, right?
It's both. Like if you have your perfect job, you're enjoying doing something and you're earning money. In any form, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's gold, whether it's chickens, whether it's dollars, whether it's Venezuelan bolivars, like whatever can buy you food. So either you're doing something for money or you're doing something out of passion. And I just don't have the passion to do Bitcoin news anymore. I have a lot more passion doing politics and showing my political opinion over my Bitcoin opinion. And there's no money in that either.
Yeah, nobody cares what you got to say, man.
Go back to trading, which I kind of
You're not entertaining.
I have more passion to like spread my opinion and knowledge, and I have more passion creating awesome events. So as long as that can, you know, make me some money, I'll keep doing that. And if that can't make me money, then I'll go back to something that does make me money, which is trading. And while I have a passion for trading, Me actually trading and me running an event about trading, I would rather run a financial summit every month because that was just so much fun.
You can't trade,
I
man.
wish I can do those events every month, and I would do those events every month if they were very profitable because they take a lot of energy and they're going to require a big team. And if they can be profitable, I'll do them every month because all over the world because they're freaking awesome. All right, let's talk charts.
I think somebody asked something about Richard Hart after this.
Yeah, I was in that Spaces today. I left the Spaces when Richard Hart started talking. I'm not going to be in the same Spaces with Richard Hart again. Debated him recently.
I lost.
Had a miserable experience.
Yeah.
I had a great time debating Peter Schiff.
Yeah, because it's easy.
But I just had a miserable time.
I just can't beat him. You know?
He's such a liar and such a scammer. I mean,
look at him scratching his wrist.
Schiff, right? But I don't consider Peter Schiff a liar, and I don't consider Peter Schiff a scammer. So I don't mind debating Peter Schiff. But Richard Hart, like, I don't want to debate that guy.
Why?
So he started talking, I left, then I came back, and I debated and defended Bitcoin. There was a BSV guy in there, but I actually find that BSV guy to, be reasonable and someone you can actually have a conversation with.
So I was agreeing with him.
And there were a couple of traditional markets guys. Spent like 20 minutes explaining why Bitcoin is not a Ponzi scheme, and the end result was I asked the guy flat out, do you still think Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme? And he's like, yes. I'm like, all right. So that was a...
That means you didn't convince him, right? You're not good enough.
Waste of my 20 minutes, but that's okay. People will get it eventually.
Poor Tone, man.
Weekly chart. Today's Thursday. We got 3 days to go.
All right, let's find that clip with BitBoy. Let me find it real quick. I'm not subbed to BitBoy, so it might take me a second to find. Let's see. BitBoy. BitBoy Flipto. That nigga did three streams yesterday. I need to go harder.
Homeowners.
Uh-oh, Hex. We did get that blow off. I warned about that blow off, but it's looking pretty strong. All right, I got it.
It's a lot of ramen. What's up, man? How are you?
Oh, well, thank you for having me on my own show. This is fantastic. I'm really excited about this right now. As you guys see, we've got...
what up, Jason? Just bought some more. That's what's up, bro.
Cultural icon himself, Richard
Congratulations.
Hart, is taking over my job. I'm actually retiring. Today's my last day. And Richard Hart's going to be taking over on the show. It's going to be called Gucci Crypto is what it's going to be called now. So, Richard, what is going on, man?
Man, I got... everyone was, trolling me, Richard's never going to go to America.
I know!
Police are going to arrest him at the border. And I'm like, man, y'all are so stupid. I go to America whenever I want. So my mom, she texted me. She's like, hey, son, I'm in the hospital. I got...
Had a massager.
Yeah.
So with all the bidet talk.
So usually it is going to, if you're spicy, they're going to image your drive. So you got to do nation state level endpoint security. I just didn't bring a laptop, man.
Yeah.
This is my phone.
I don't ever bring a laptop.
So I ain't got nothing. I can't log into nothing. I can't do
His whole accent changed.
My credit cards and my cell phone. I can't post on YouTube. I can post on Twitter because I'm logged in. I can post on Insta, but
I'm trying to find that part.
Trying to stop people from doing credit card fraud. At my TV's third day was scanners because I was look, lady. She called the police on me for shopping. The police came and detained me for shopping. My ID name matched my credit card name, matched my real name. I'm shopping on my normal credit card buying stuff, and this television I bought got shipped direct to my mom. Yeah, so like, write them to any card you want. And so, you know, because y'all don't use chip and pin here, you could just write that data to any card. So when you live in countries where people are safer and nicer, the police is nice. Like, I know, BitBoy. I'm like, all right, well,
all the cops know me.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so I don't.
Really, nigga?
Y'all, I want to say yes, but which one am I saying yes to? They use these tricks, man.
Yeah.
People don't.
Getting physically assaulted to the point you cannot take anymore.
For all kinds of weird stuff.
Everybody in. But Pulse Chain, I know that you know, there's been some delays on it. A lot of people are asking questions.
There ain't never been no.
There's never been a
Ain't
delay.
never.
Never been.
I'm just going by what the people say.
I know, because they stupid.
Yeah.
Hey everybody.
They
listen,
stupid.
I told y'all.
We call it low IQ on the chain.
I told y'all I ain't never given a good time estimate on software.
You're saying a lot of ain't.
No one ever does. Everyone's always late every time because you have unknown unknowns. You can't predict how long it's going to take till you get closer and discover what the bugs are. One time, I made the mistake of saying some of my devs said we could launch in mid-May because they thought we could, but they weren't my best devs. Yeah, my best devs looked at it and were like,
I'm kind of over that, but why are you quoting the not? Why you got?
no, we got to fix this, and this. And then I should have just never told y'all what my devs told me. Like, I should have just kept it quiet because then there wouldn't have been no, quote, delays.
Right, I wouldn't quote my worst devs. I also wouldn't have worst devs. I just have good devs. Like, that's kind of like what?
Because it was never.
But okay.
It's done when it's done. You know, look, when Hex came out, it's 100% perfect flawless operation for years now. 1,000 days, went up 10,000x in price. Everything else is
what do I know?
around it. It's been paying interest regular for 1,000 days. It took a year extra beyond what we thought because to get it right, you know. And we all y'all listen. And when he said that I was an interesting dude, I'm gonna hit it real quick. Y'all should listen because I own the world's biggest diamond. I own $10 million of watches. I own $3 million of cars. I twerk like a demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the of cars. I twerk like a demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the day. I called the 65 demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the day.
He almost said I created the top.
I called the 65 demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the day. I called the 65K top, and it had been in profit every single day for a year and a half, except one day, the Judas candle. We made it had been in profit I called the top on the day. I called the 65K top, and it had been in profit every single day for a year. Top on the day. I called the 65K top and diamond. I own $10 million of watches. I own 3
One more
million
time.
cars. I twerk like a demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the day.
Hey, some would say maybe he said something about he's gonna say I created the best performing asset or something like that, but he didn't even say anything about Hex.
Every single day for a year and a half, except one day, the Judas candle, we made a 6% higher high from 65 to 69 and went straight down. Yeah. Everyone else said it was going to 100K. I called it right. I told you to pull your coins from Luna. I told you to pull your coins from Celsius directly. I mean,
I created the top on the day.
I can't do anything more for everybody, man. It's
what
like,
they're asking for is before we wrap, we definitely need to see a
I think it's a dead cat bounce. I think we're going to 11K. I think there's a 30%.
Because I'm going to create it.
Grayscale Bitcoin, and 8% of our Bitcoin. I think the Mt. Gox coins are going to come out. I think the 70,000 seized from the Finex hacker could be sold.
That's what you could say. But he didn't even say anything about it. Why did he stop? Because that's the true statement. The world's fast appreciation. It's hard to say, but.
Definitely need to. And it's like on 100K. I called higher high from 6 day. Called the top on the day. I twerk like a demon. They're making a movie about me. I called the top on the day.
He was about to say the top, bro. Well, he's gonna dump this to 11K. Okay, we go to 11K then, bro. Must ask for it like a demon. I don't know, man. I heard that. I was like, whoa. Yeah, he mentioned the movie. They still gotta buy it though. I think Hex pumps when they announced that they officially sold it to Netflix. I'm trying to figure out why the best devs weren't the ones working on the $1 billion product. Yeah, it is strange. All right, let's see some charts before we go. Post Doge. Man, P is looking strong.
Pause.
With its 9K liquidity. Hedron. Yeah, I've been minting hella Hedron. Go some more, bro. You can do another one. Bump it. It's coming out the 15th, right? More. Down 8%. Hey man, sell. Go ahead. Anybody else? I mean, it's looking. No comment. Post Doge down 15. All right, don't control no market. Don't be goofy. I mean, maybe he doesn't, but that's an interesting slip up. Tornado Cash dev arrested. Good thing the protocol is already done, right? More a stable coin. All right, I'm out. Talk to y'all on Monday. Members, be on the lookout for a member video this weekend. Yeah. Peace.